Tuesday, January 24th edition of the Real K&C. Ken Laird.
Chris Curtis.
We just got finished listening to a little kickback, a little feedback from Dan Le Batard, Mr. 0.0 himself.
Where are we on in Boston? Like, how stupid are you people? Like, what are your radio broadcasters doing to incite you? Are they as stupid as you are?
Blutarski is woken.
Yes. Now, he's sort of woken. He's upset. He's agitated. Boston, you're getting to him. You're getting back at him.
All right, can you hear me, Boston?
Might be our last.
All right, how stupid are you people?
He is as sensitive.
I'm not sensitive.
As they come from ESPN, which is saying something.
Jerry would call him a vag hat.
Total vag hat.
The pussy hats.
Yeah, I can't
and
wait
then
to
you
get
have the
one.
big masks that are like big vaginas.
He's more sensitive than Giardi.
Ooh, Giardi defines the term.
Mike Giardi.
A couple years ago, he went to management at ESPN and said, have those guys stop slamming me on WEEI in Boston.
Mm-hmm.
Stop it.
We got the edict from a former management group who said, you got to lay off. It's bothering him. And then he goes on, he tries to be this fake tough guy. He retweets people that criticize him from his Twitter account. He likes to be this, I'm above the fray. I talk about things other people don't want to talk about.
Is anyone going to dare wander into that topic?
And then this morning, you will hear it tomorrow on the show. He goes after Boston a little bit.
I hope we lose the affiliateship. How's that?
Then little management comes in, and you can tell he comes back, and they start singing the praises of Boston.
I got a lot of great friends there.
I couldn't love the city of Boston anymore.
Yeah, now they don't want to lose the affiliate, Dano.
Now they're talking about how great the Freedom Trail is, and Chowda's wonderful.
It's a good time to turn on Boston and lose your affiliate in Boston, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, not a lot
2
going
weeks
on
leading up.
sports-wise.
You've got Julio and Muhammad
Yep. Versus Danny and Chris.
and Edelman. No? We're going to avoid that?
We
What an
actually
idiot.
had meetings at ESPN when I was there. Multiple meetings trying to figure out Boston. How can we make an imprint in Boston? It still baffles me as to how the management there, who cares whether you're a Republican or Democrat, how they can just piss on an entire region and have nothing. I mean, they're bleeding.
Well, now it's not a region. Le Batard, what of course got us into this, was Le Batard basically accusing Bill Belichick and Robert Kraft of being racist.
These receiving corps are very different.
Of having only white receivers and doing so because I suppose they feel it plays to their region. I guess in that case they are taking a shot at New England.
Right, that this, like Boston wouldn't want Kyrie Irving,
No.
as Amin would say.
Kyrie Irving could never play in Boston. That's the guy that they would. That's who they hate right there.
Wouldn't want Mohamed Sanu on the team.
Right, why would we want Julio Jones?
Right. He changed it to Julio to make it less ethnic.
I mean,
Malcolm Mitchell anomaly.
I
Don't
mean,
look
when-
there. Malcolm Floyd, forget about it.
when the excerpt came out of Michael Hawley's book, War Room, that Belichick said no to Julio Jones, people here were like, yeah, we don't want that guy. Good move.
Trenni made the best point of all today. The hoodie is the hoodie for a reason. He's the white hoodie.
Apparently, ESPN wants the world to think that New England is racist. Not only New England, but the Patriots specifically, because all their wide receivers are white.
Does Bill Belichick put this thing all together because he's this master Klansman who wants white guys to perform?
Yes.
When he has
He's
two-
actually ironing his hoodie.
You think he'll go with the
his,
two white-
hooded.
Is that the
right
hoodie?
now.
It's the actual.
That's his actual hoodie.
He has a Klan
Yep,
hoodie. Does he
yep.
cuts the sleeves
Yes.
on it?
It's unbelievable. It really is.
Yeah.
And it continues. And then they go to sarcasm.
Then it's a joke.
We out here telling jokes.
Not only do many people in Boston not get that joke,
As you described it on the Twitter account, it's the ESPN playbook. I wonder if Alex Reamer will take Le Batard's side tomorrow. Do you think he'll agree with this? He's already said that he feels the T is racist. So he
Yes. He is racist.
Yes.
Will he too agree with Dan Le Batard, like Stugotz, like the mighty Stugotz, that there's something fishy going on here with the white wideouts in New England?
He should, because I got to be honest with you. The power rankings, Reamer's the only one that says that this is a competition.
True.
I think Trenni has surpassed Reamer in the power rankings.
Ooh, Trenni is, she was already number one, numero uno among the sales staff for,
The softening of Jerry.
yeah, the Jerry softening.
Well,
That is
good
like
for
this
you, Jerry.
every
Everybody
day.
should be as amazing as Jerry Callahan.
Reamer does that to an extent, but what was really, you would agree, I think, in the way of Trenni progressing was Kirk wasn't sold a couple weeks ago.
Kirk wasn't sold. She had a period where she was gone for about 3 weeks, covering tennis, swimming, and the winter meetings.
Right.
And then she came back, had a couple fine performances, but then went on the Trenni and Tomasi show and basically ripped us,
Shame, shame, shame.
tweeted against me,
Low-hanging fruit.
Warning.
was sort of going against the family.
I know it was you, Fredo.
And right before that show, we'll always remember it, Jerry came in, was a little nervous. I might have to play Switzerland here. What are we going to do? And then from that point on, it's been great show after great show. You can say anything. We've all said the toughest guy at Comcast. Has been phenomenal. I don't think you can put a single mark against her.
Another criticism was she hadn't listened to the show much. She wasn't quite up on what we do on a daily basis.
I'm not going to see it. I'm just going to put it out there right now.
But she's actually joking about that now. Today she goes, I don't know. I don't care you have it on Thursday. I won't be listening.
I won't listen anyway because I'll probably be sleeping.
Thank you.
Yeah, she's taking the Tangley approach there, which is not great, but she knows a few things. She's now at least been indoctrinated. She gets a few of the essentials. She had a couple of bad shows over the holidays, but
that was more my fault.
Who didn't?
I'm a terrible rapper.
That was the booker. But yeah, no, and I think the other thing is that she was taking a couple of jabs at Jerry for the movie talking, inside show stuff today.
Did you hear me? In the middle of the movie, I was telling everybody around me how bad that's...
It's true. It's a good point. You were saying.
Apparently, you like to talk during movies.
Oh, yeah.
It's the worst.
It's good that her lack of listening has become somewhat of a one-liner.
Today, we got into book talk.
I read only likes nonfiction.
I prefer non. Don't you prefer nonfiction? I bet in your life
I like
you've read
them
more
both.
And Academy Award talk for a couple segments.
The most overrated movie of the year. This is one of those movies that Kirk thinks he has to like. Hell or High Water,
which was excellent.
It was meandering and pointless.
Tremendous. 50 times better than
Totally.
Patriots Day, which
Totally
got shut out.
Totally
correctly
over.
so.
Of course it got shut out. It's pro-American. Tell me who you were rooting for in that movie.
What does it matter? I like the Patriots Day. I was rooting for the pretend character. Mark Wahlberg's made-up character.
Which I thought was entertaining. Trenni was trying to keep up. She sort of kept up.
But she made a smart call when Jerry and Kirk were going at it over the Oscars.
Yeah.
She backed out, which was the smart move.
You think in your little circle,
movie. What are you talking
macho
about?
Your little macho circle.
I'm trying to keep.
So you have to do your pretend
composure
game.
here.
Like, I love America more than you do.
This is
Guess
your
what,
pretend
Jerry?
game.
You spent as many days in the military as I did.
This is
zero.
This is
zero.
This is your
You're
pretend
a wannabe.
game.
You're
Hell or High Water.
Callahan.
Hell or High Water got great
Stolen
reviews.
Valor
the
Callahan.
Academy loved it.
It is hilarious that the one thing Jerry always knows to play against Kirk is to say that he'll just agree with whatever the Academy says or what the New York Times says. And the way Jerry says it, Kirk even called him on it. What tone inflection are you trying to prove here?
It's about
Because
the Oscars.
Oscar nominations are out.
What does that suggest?
That means I'm mocking you.
I think there's sort of a suggestion that I'm not all man because I like the Oscars.
So that was great. They went back and forth for about 5 to 10 minutes. It was, funny, good.
Little Stolen Valor Callahan coming back.
Stolen Valor
so if you
Callahan.
Now, again, our caller yesterday wanted SPORTS.
So try to stick to sports.
We didn't get a ton of Patriots talk today.
I don't think it was the number one story for our show to get really into it. I think the biggest things that we had today were
A little bit of Deflategate cheating at top of 8, right?
Right. We had the Ryan Clark,
They cheat. They have cheated, and that makes you a cheater.
Rob Parker.
He cheated, he got suspended, and now he's going to the Super Bowl. So where's the justice?
Francesa got played. Huge points.
Yep.
We all know the Pats have been notorious cheaters.
And then we had the obvious comments from Levitard yesterday, which sort of started this whole thing.
And Trenni's Kiefer Madness theory.
Kiefer Madness?
That the Super Bowl could be rigged. Goodell could be subverting things.
And Lou
You don't
talked
think
about
there's
it.
a little
He can't.
to the
Put
referees?
the fix in.
How would that work?
That was sort of mid-show energy boost to the whole thing. They got the callers going. Jerry and Kirk were trying to figure out how much he actually believed it.
You're winking at me right now. You don't even believe it.
This would be great.
Your whole life is about winking.
This would be awesome. We would
Maybe
have
I
the
just
greatest
have a twitch
story.
in the corner of my eye.
And Trenni, of course, as we knew, would have to defend her gender. She went toe-to-toe with Jerry in gender equality issues after the big rallies over the weekend, women's equality rights.
See, that's the most ridiculous counter argument.
Trenni,
because
I hate
there
to
are
break
plenty.
it to you,
No, there are
but
lots
you
of women.
have rights in this country.
So because my rights are better than they are in Saudi Arabia, I should be so happy?
How do you think she handled that?
I thought it was well done. I think the reason it's good with Trenni is she doesn't back down, but she also doesn't start like yelling and complaining. I think it was a good substantive back and forth. I lean with Jerry. I don't think that anybody walks into a room and says because you have boobs, you're not going to get paid a lot of money.
Big boobs.
But I think that Trenni brought up some good points.
Okay, so you want us to have children, and you lambast women who don't have children as selfish.
I didn't
when women
do that.
Oh, you what? Yes,
I did? When did I do that?
I remember we were talking about when I was going to take a vacation, and you said, "How do all of your friends get to go on this vacation with you? Don't any of them have children? Oh, are they all selfish?"
Well, I was only kidding.
Took a couple jabs at Jerry for the alt-right, fake news, not listening. Jerry, you're not listening.
See, right now, you're not listening.
I came into battle with the SNL stuff again today. Management was not happy with that segment at all. They wanted us to get back on track. They did not want us to be comparing McKinnon v. the Obama montage, the parody over the weekend.
Right.
It's a clear parody.
That's funny.
It's not funny, but
not
it's not.
I always find that so funny. It's like we go late talking about Deflategate, and we never get a text. It's like we go late talking about the SNL parody. And
let's be honest, it's Laird. If Zarbano hears Laird on the air too much, he's coming in with the hands waving like he's a freaking traffic controller. Let's get back on track here now.
Think this train's off the track, boys?
I don't know what it is. I like your voice. I think you're good on the radio. I mean, you know Jimmy Murphy.
No.
Red Sox, what do they need to do in this offseason to get back to where they want to be?
I aspire to be. We've got some behind-the-scenes debates going on now. Thursday is open. This is getting close to red light territory for Christian Arcand. Christian needs 3 or 4 days notice typically if he's going to come in and fill in. So we got to make a decision here. We took a vote on air today. Who should be on the casting couch Thursday? Pete Sheppard or Christian Arcand?
Jerry turned to me and he said, "Do you really want to have Pete Sheppard on the show Thursday?"
Because you banned him. I like him. You hate him.
It's even a shock that Pete is in the running. You cast your vote for Arcand.
The Candyman.
I'm the Candyman.
Have you changed your mind at all? We're deadlocked at 3-3 right now.
Well, my concern is that we're going to get too late and the Candyman will not be able to come in. So we're just stuck with Pete. I think, Pete, there's a chance we could have...
Stuck with Pete. Hear that? Just the disdain in your voice.
First he said, Curtis, you said, let's have lunch. We're going to have lunch. Well, that never happened.
Ever since he took you to task for the let's have lunch.
Pete could come in and go crazy about the Bruins.
It's an embarrassment to the Boston Bruins organization that this has happened. It's an embarrassment.
We could have more ESPN talk. He's good at that. He was tweeting at Le Batard today.
Right.
Could have a fun, energetic show with a little drops played, some Dale Earnhardt updates.
Good news out of Orlando, Florida. Dale Earnhardt died.
All of that stuff. But my fear is it's 6:10. We're talking Trump because whatever Trump is the biggest story of the day most days. And he doesn't have anything to say, and he says, I blame both parties, or one of those stupid cliches.
Or if he wants to get into Vic Beasley talk, or, while Marcus Cannon's handling Dante
how are they
Scarnecchia.
The B gap with Atlanta is incredibly tough to penetrate.
No doubt.
That's part one. Part two is, how is Dante Scarnecchia?
No, and then we got to talk back from Minahan like, oh, shit, we got 4 more hours of this.
Mm-hmm.
With Arcand, there's no fear of that. He's not going to be given the boot.
Jerry likes Arcand. Jerry's starting to come around on Arcand.
The smartest thing Arcand ever did was laugh at his joke.
What joke was it? I don't even remember.
I don't even know.
There's some joke from last Thursday that Arcand laughed at, and Jerry was just, 6 to midnight.
10 Paul.
My safe bet is for Arcand. I'm just concerned about 4 hours of Pete and those guys getting a little agitated. What's your thoughts on this?
As you know, I like my Bruins talk. So Pete was as electric as you could possibly be on the Bruins Friday. Misguided.
And my sources are telling me that this is probably going to be Claude's last game tonight, more than likely.
What's topical about Arcand this week?
Nothing.
And at least Sheppard's got something.
Right.
He's got a risk of pissing Kirk off half an hour in. I will acknowledge that. But when I look at the two, we like to find the drama on this show. Right now, there's no drama with Arcand.
That's true.
Not this week.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, so you're coming around.
We're coming around.
So now it's 4-2.
4-2.
Bang.
Bang. We're done.
Well, ultimately, this comes down to Kirk and Jerry. But
right.
Kirk, for now, seems to be pro-Sheppard. So if that continues through tomorrow, then that's a done deal then. Pete's in. Plus, we gave Jet a vote today, and quite frankly, I'm not sure that counts.
Oh, God.
Oh, here we go. Now, let's get into this. Now, we had Jet in for the dress rehearsal today. When I'm out for when the baby is born,
I think
5
Jet
days.
just got here.
Well, yeah, he showed up. He was timely today. He showed up at 5:35.
Jesus.
In defense, I didn't tell Jet a certain time to come.
Right. He's in to produce the morning show, and 5:35 sounds like a time when you would arrive to do such things.
Jet's defense was he needs to get on the morning schedule. He's just got to figure out what time he needs to get here, figure out traffic at that hour, so it's a big deal.
He's got the Ordway traffic problem at 4 a.m. Oh, man.
Once he got on the console, how'd you think he did?
It's okay. I mean, it's impossible.
Ooh.
It's impossible to know where everything is. 2 concerns. 1, didn't have the headphones on for the first 20 minutes.
Yeah, I think he was afraid to use mine. He asked me at one point, "Can I use your headphones?" So, yeah, of course, Jet. You can use the headphones.
If you're sitting there, you need to have headphones on. Secondly, it didn't sound like he listened a lot to the show recently, which to me would be a problem. You need to be listening to the show in order to produce it because there's a lot of drops, a lot of inside stuff. Like the Amin, it sounded like he hadn't even heard the Amin sound.
No, you're gonna need to walk him through some of these.
So that's frustrating.
He said to me, "Put that on the sheet. Let me know which drops I need to be."
We have 1,000 drops.
Well, I'll start pecking away today.
Jerry likes him.
Yes. That goes a long way.
And
Jerry's a fan. He will get better, as anybody does. My first couple days, those guys were crushing me. Do you remember your first couple days?
Oh, believe me. I'm not saying it's a quick room to get people on your back in, but I definitely think should have been here earlier. Should be listening to the show. Like, he should be listening to the show every morning until you get the phone call that you're out. That was a frustrating part. How'd you think he did?
I like Jet. I'm pro Jet. I think he'll do well. He's got.
When are we going to turn these mics off and then we'll get to you?
I will say he overstayed his welcome in the post-show meeting. Kirk was getting to VB territory, who was also there. This was like a crossing the streams now. VB from the BDO morning show was in.
So there was one thing that happened in between Kirk getting into our office, finding out that there were multiple hotel rooms at the Media Hotel in Houston.
Oh, man, he was ecstatic.
No. He first walked in. Jerry told him that he got an email from the Patriots saying that he was set, but he didn't know anything about Kirk.
Oh.
Kirk starts stewing.
Well, that's when he said he was going to go on hunger strike.
And he's like, I need Zarbano. Where's Zarbano? So I go down the hall. Zarbano's not in his office. So for about 5 minutes to 10 minutes, Kirk is just sitting there waiting to know
what hotel he's staying.
Right. Then he got word from Joey that he was all set.
Mm-hmm.
If that didn't happen and Jet's still staying there and VB walks in and he's waiting to hear from Zarbano about the hotel room, we could have had an explosion.
Oh, Jet would have no testicles right now.
Please answer this question.
I'm not kidding. It's
I don't
not
want
me yelling
Kirk to
you
go
some
home.
act.
Minahan literally would have lost his mind because he just got great news. He's pumped. He's in the right hotel. He's happy.
He's happy with the show. He liked Trenni's performance.
Everything was good. But he had the loitering of Jet.
Yeah, the loitering.
He had VB talking about the inauguration
Yeah,
and
he was
the
talking
walks.
Jerry's ear off, yeah.
And you could just feel the temperature rising. And
you tried to leave once.
I left and I came back to the exact same. I couldn't believe Kirk was still there.
Yeah, Jet was lingering. Maybe he's not aware of again.
Well, he really wanted to do this podcast, and I said no.
Yeah, he wanted to be on the podcast. He felt you shut him down.
Yes, I did.
I thought it would have been fine. He could have. As he said, he felt like he was a part of the show today. He did. He chimed in a bit. Kirk shut him down.
Dev Patel nominated.
Nah, he's white.
He's
What?
Indian.
I'm joking.
Oh, it's like Dev
And
Patel's not white.
Masharala.
Push the button.
As you say with Meter, it's like a nice pair of shoes.
Mm-hmm. Comfortable pair of shoes.
This is a comfortable pair of shoes.
You and I?
Yes, I don't want to have Jet.
We had Bradford in.
I didn't feel the shoes were very comfortable that day.
We had intern Kyle in for a day.
I don't think intern Kyle spoke too much that day.
It may be better if I'm off next week when you're in Houston. You'll be frustrated from afar, but you and Jet in the same room for 4 hours.
Well, he also got fucking 3 different breakfasts. Our place smelled like a Denny's.
Yeah, he got a big breakfast today. He took a break.
He's just sitting there farting, having like bacon, egg, and cheese.
It was not.
What was the food he got today? That
Jesus,
was massive.
You and Paul, just not big on the Jet.
Nothing to do with personally. I'm saying if I'm sitting in that room, I don't like small talk, and I don't want to smell your gas or your breakfast.
He didn't talk much.
But he did the latter. He ate a massive breakfast.
Brings back Dino memories.
Oh, big time Dino memories.
You're saying, take me, eat me.
Beyond Jet's performance, and he'll be in for a. Are you going to do the post-show podcast with Jet?
No.
Do we have any guests booked for next week? Kirk made it clear he was not Team Howie Long.
Well, we have Howie Long, 5 to 7 to kick things off Monday.
Good.
We're actually going to have Trent Green Thursday and Friday because I hear he's better on the second of back-to-back days.
You like this move? I don't know.
I'm with Kirk on this. I'm getting the feeling that they're pushing a lot of guests.
Well, yeah, especially Monday. They're going to want several out-of-the-box guests to justify the expenditure. Kirk is staying at a fine hotel right down the road.
Just let us do our show. We want to do our show. If there's good people to talk to, we will talk to them. If somebody said to us in the middle of October, Howie Long can come on next week, do you think any of us would be like, yeah, we should have Howie Long on? No. Just because he happens to be standing 20 feet away from us doesn't mean you should put him on the radio.
But I can see this happening now. Monday, it's going to be, I'm not saying it's going to be a light day there, but people will be trickling in, especially that early in the morning. You'll go about 2 hours. We'll have no guests on. And then about hour 3, you're going to start to getting the texts, the phone calls.
Get on track.
Let's get on track. Let's get some big names in.
Dan Fouts is taking a dump in the lobby. Go grab him.
Joe DeLama is on Brand X. We got to compete with this. So I don't envy you. You got big dinners planned.
Joe Andruzzi is on the Sports Hub right now. What are you doing?
Yeah,
Super Bowl champion.
Ooh, you're going to have to be the filter. You're going to have to be the wall.
Oh, man. I don't just say this to say it, but when we were all there, Jerry, Kirk, and myself in Phoenix, it went well. We had the right guests on. We didn't overdo it. We're going to have somebody manning storm coverage.
I will anchor the storm coverage back here.
How was your
shrimp?
How were the shrimp last night?
Excellent. Very, very basic, just a little butter and garlic. But tonight I am getting dinner out with my dad before he flies back to Florida.
Miramar Lakes?
He will be in
Your
Miramar
other dad. Oh, sorry.
Not my radio dad.
No.
Solid take here, Dino.
Huh?
What's your take?
I haven't heard from my radio dad in a while.
I noticed you've been kind of blocked off there.
Has he still blocked you?
Of course.
Unbelievable. But no, heading out to the North End tonight with my dad.
Ooh.
I'm not going to that
Arias.
Aria. No, I
geez.
wish. I don't know. My dad picked out someplace.
Mike's Pastry? Where are we heading tonight?
It's on Hanover Street. It's called Panza, P-A-N-Z-A.
I don't know it well.
And so we're heading there, and then he's going to the airport. And I'll look for any and all moronic ESPN radio sound. And we'll be reacting, I'm sure, to Lebetard with Reamer in the morning.
You're going to bring the man bag, the man purse? You're going to...
I always bring that when Reamer's in.
Okay. That's always... Yeah, true.
It's my number one accessory.
All right, a Ream Job Wednesday.
And it's to be determined Thursday.
Yeah. So if you have any feedback, who you'd prefer, this could sway things. We're truly on the bubble here. Who do you want Thursday? Christian Arcand or Pete Sheppard on the casting couch? Tweet us. How else can they reach us?
Yeah, at Kirk and Callahan.
Yeah. Send Curtis an email.
At entercom.com.
Oh, yeah, you don't want to put that out there. I'm going to bleep that.
At WEI.com.
Yes. See you tomorrow.
Bye.